Hey everyone, welcome to Lost Connection Tarot. I'm Benjamin Snavely, and this is your daily meditative tarot reading for Thursday, October 8th, 2020. Today I will be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. With this reading today, it's for anyone hearing this message, so therefore all signs of the zodiac. It's going to be a 4-card spread. We will look at the theme of the day. That will be the first card. Second card will be the energy we have the most control over. Third card would be the energy we have the least control over. And then finally, the last card is what is the most likely outcome if we put correct actions into the energy we have the most control over. So, right actions are obviously just listening to your heart and being smart and taking consideration into all factors, right? Just going from the heart and not from the ego, I guess you'd say. So, for anybody listening today on Thursday, October 8th, 2020, what is the theme of the day? What is the energy we have the most control over? The energy we have the least control over? And if we do correct or right actions, what is our most likely outcome in addressing the energy we have the most control over? Let's see. Okay, theme of the day. Most control, least control, most likely outcome. Alright. So, the energy or the theme of the day, it looks very morbid, very macabre, right? And at the Ten of Swords, it's death. It is a crushing defeat. Now, the bright side is it's not actual death. Another bright side is it's more kind of like a spiritual death. And you're at the 10 and 10 of Swords. So swords represent our logic, our intellect, our mind. And the 10 simply represent you have gone through a portal, you have reached the new stage, and you have completed a journey. You're at the 10, so you're on the new level, but now you're also at the beginning of that new level, right? So things are still fresh from where you just came from, and things are very new on where you're going. And so it feels almost kind of like you're starting over again. But at the 10 of Swords, think of it as a sacrificial death, especially with thought. So imagine you boldly declare something and say, "This is who I am, and this is my truth," and you feel criticized, and so you go be insular, and you shy away from society and people's standards and whatnot. And you finally come back and you rejoin the community, and you go forth and you say, "This is who I am," and you start walking your path, and everybody has to accept, "Oh, this is the new you," and then at the 10, it's just, "Here I am," and it's like whatever, no matter what happens, whether people give you shade, whether people criticize you, they don't like the new you, they don't like what you're doing or whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. You can kill my material self, so to speak, because I am more than that, and you truly cannot touch me with your earthly criticisms, because I have recognized the value of who I am, and I am more than just this mere body. So it's like, yeah, I am no longer afraid of your thoughts. I am no longer afraid of if you're going to stab me with your piercing words. Your criticisms, your judgments, all of that doesn't mean anything to me. Yes, I still might feel that pain, but it's kind of like how Jesus sacrificed himself for his truth, recognizing like, I am going to do this, and I'm going to not run away from it, and I'm simply going to let society cast whatever they want on me, because this is who I am, and this is the direction I am going. And so, yes, that seems bad, but you have no fear. You have no fear because you're more than what meets the eye, and you recognize that you can sacrifice yourself and your thoughts, and come away with more than, because you are more than this earthly body with these earthly thoughts, caring about these earthly things. So that's all very heady and that's all very heavy. Needless to say, the theme of the day is you're not afraid to be yourself. It's that simple, okay? It doesn't matter what anybody gives you, what shade anybody gives you. Lo and behold, you're just simply going to be you, and you'll take all criticisms with a grain of salt if they come your way today. And by you being comfortable in your own skin, you accept anything that comes at you, and you know that you will prevail because you are more than what people think about you. So, theme of the day, don't care what anybody thinks. Brush it off your shoulder. Keep being you. All right? All right. The energy we have the most control over is the Daughter of Pentacles, which is also the Page of Pentacles. So the Page is the novice. It's the youngest energy in the court cards. You have a Page, Knight, Queen, and King. The Page would represent Earth. And then so we have Earth on Earth, right? Kings would be fire. Queens would be water. Knights would be wind. Earth, or the pages, novices, apprentices, whatever, pages, they would be Earth. So here is Earth and Earth, right? So you now think of industriousness, but someone who is more curious and wants to play with and tinker and experiment with applications, and they kind of want to just see how they want to work, how they work. They want to deconstruct things and put it back together, and maybe they don't want to put it back together in that particular way. Also, they're very good with sports, with their body, with movement. They may be musically inclined, because anything of the earth they are naturally adept to. So using their body and making things in the earth, of the earth, is their specialty. Also with pentacles, pentacles are the most well-rounded, simply because they contain all other elements in the pentacle. So to be able to manifest what you want on earth, you need to be balanced in your spiritual, mental, and emotional self, right? And then you will produce what it is you want to produce, and have pentacles of however many, I guess, you desire. So at the Page, you are in the process of learning what it means to be balanced, to learn what it means to be industrious, to learn what it means to want to be grounded in practicality and go forth in getting the job that you want, the career that you want, the lifestyle that you want. And you recognize it's not all work, right? It's a little bit of everything. And you got to take care of your health. You got to take care of your mind. How are you going to get the promotion if you're mentally unstable, right? How are you going to woo and close that deal if you're emotionally too much to handle? I mean, you got to be cool, calm, and collected. So a person that is a player in the game of life knows how to be balanced in all aspects of their energies. And so at the Page, the energy that you have the most control over today is simply saying, hey, this is what I'm good at, and this is what I can do, and this is how I can help people, and this is what I know. Why not do that? Why not? Why do I have to reinvent the wheel? Why do I have to go try something that is completely out of context for me to do? Just, if you're a deer, be a deer. If you're a tiger, be a tiger. If you're an elephant, be an elephant. We always are convinced we're something other than ourselves for a long period of time, because we listen to society, we listen to our parents, we listen to our friends instead of listening to ourselves. And if we listen to ourselves much sooner, then we could be ourselves much sooner, and we would be perfect at that, because that's the role we were meant to play. So as the Daughter of Pentacles, is you're finally learning who you are and what role you have to play in this great game, this dance of life. And so that is what you are learning, and it seems like you going through this ritual death and say, hey, this is me. I'm going to be a pilot. I'm going to be a tarot reader. I'm going to be an electrician. I'm going to be, a van hippie that, makes metal jewelry for anybody on the beach. What is wrong with any of these things? Nothing. Live your life. Be you. Be who you want to be. Don't let society dictate what they think you should be, right? And you're just starting to realize this. You haven't mastered it yet. You're still going through experimentations of what fits and what doesn't fit, and kind of honing in on your niche of where you want to maximize potential in yourself. Okay, things that we have the least control over is the Six of Wands, and this is actually in reverse. So wands represent fire, and at the six, you recognize the truth. Okay, and at the Six of Wands, specifically, usually in traditional decks like the Rider-Waite deck, you see a man riding down a promenade with a laurel wreath on his head, and people are cheering him because it's like he came back from victory. Now, that victory is metaphorical because what it is you came back from the five, and it's like it was a hard fought victory where there was all this chaos. And there was this kind of trivial war against passions, war against words, war against fears and ideologies, but you came back, and you came back victorious. And what that means is you came back from yourself. You went on a journey, and all of this negativity arose, and you figured out what was worth keeping and what was no longer benefiting you, and you got rid of it all. And that produced external circumstances that you felt, right? Because as you were internally cleaning this out, externally, that was happening in your life as well. And now you're at the six, and the six represents victory. Like, haha, I found out my truth. I found out my true passion. I found out what I really care about. But it's reversed. So today, you're maybe you see the victory, but you haven't achieved it yet. Maybe you're stalling or stagnating, or you're relishing in treating your wounds after the war, and you're not ready yet to boldly face your cheering adoration fans, where people are going to love you and say, yay, good job on recognizing who you are and what you truly care about, and contributing to the world. So the thing that you have the most or the least control over today is that you can't control other people and how they respond towards your truth. Okay? And maybe that's why we're getting this ritual death. We were looking for victory. We were looking for a parade because it's like, hey, here I am. I finally figured out who the hell I am. Right? And I'm going to go in this direction. And people are like, you suck. And you're like, oh, what the hell? This is not good. Okay? And we want our community to raise us up, right? We don't want to be ostracized. The people that we love and care about, we want them to support and love us. And for whatever reason, today, maybe the information is just too much for them to handle. Maybe they're dealing with something else, and they just literally can't comprehend what you're telling them. So it doesn't mean that you're not gonna get the victory. It just means it's currently delayed. It's not in the process. It's the right steps haven't been taken. Maybe you're still denying yourself that you found the truth, and because you have denied that you have recognized or glimpsed the truth, then all of these other fears are coming back, and now you're starting to second guess yourself, and you're started to doubt what you have worked so hard to recognize and realize. And that's extremely common. We will always second guess ourselves, and it's honestly because our habits want to push us back into old patterns and old routines to our old self, and we have to kind of claw our way out of our old self and push it away for us to get into our new life, because it's so easy to fall back into old habits and old routines. And so you've been working, and as the page, you're still figuring out. You're still the page. You're still the apprentice. You're still the novice, right? You're still trying to figure out the kinks and how to make everything work and be efficient and be stable and produce on a regular basis. And maybe that's another reason why you're not seeing that victory yet, and you're not being able to fly above the criticism and all the, hey, no, you should be doing this and blah, 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 blah. Like, you still feel like you're in the thick of it. Like, it's still pulling you down, and you can't rise above it. Okay? But just recognize you can't control that today. So you don't even need to worry about that. Today is not the day to convince other people that you have recognized your truth and now you're going to start living it. People don't need to hear it. You just need to do it. And even if you can't show it today, maybe it's a day of regression, right? That's okay too. That doesn't mean you haven't figured it out. It just means you haven't figured it out how to actualize it. It's more philosophical than it is in the real world. And it takes time. It's an everyday process. So don't give up on yourself just because maybe you had this expectation and that expectation was not met today. Okay, again, you have the least control over that, so try not to worry about that. Instead, worry about what you can control, which is, hey, I'm in this learning stage. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to put money and bread on the table. I'm trying to figure out how to get my career going. I'm trying to figure out how to make this sentence palatable to the ear. We're all just working here. How can I become partners at the firm? How can I get more clients doing this method or that method? Do I need to change my routine? Do I need to change how to advertise? Do I need to be advertising in this method? Do I need to bring someone on? Like, there are all of these questions that you have to figure out yourself. Now, the thing is that if you put right actions towards the thing you can control today, being the novice, being the page, learning how to be industrious, then you will get the 9 of wands. I was about to say swords, but the 9 of wands. So the 9 of wands, as you can see, it's a stairway to your moon, the stairway to your fears. Okay? And that's what the 9 of wands represent. It's you are inundated with all of your fears, all of your criticisms, all of judgments. Basically, your ego in your mind is just running so fast that you can't see the truth through the forest, and you're just stuck at nighttime in the forest, and you can't see the way out in the trees, right? And so your fears are brighter than the truth, and you have way more fears than you actually have the truth, because there's only one piece of truth when you can have a multitude of fears. And of course, at the 9, it's elevated, compacted, a multitude of problems that we have self-created for ourselves. But the beautiful thing is today it's reversed. So what we have is the ability to see past our fears, to recognize that they come from us and they come from within us, and that these are deep-seated subconscious entities that we have not yet worked on. And only if we worked on them and recognize them and recognize that we are the reason that they exist in the first place, then we can address them. We can see what they are, and then we can recognize that they don't have power over us anymore, that they don't have control over us, that we are actually in control because we are the ones that created them, and now we can get rid of them. But we first have to recognize that we are the creator, they came from within us, and once we recognize them and see them for what they are, we can actually climb out of it and get into our head of illumination, past our head into our third eye, and actually be awakened to our true self. So the beautiful thing is if you don't focus on the negativity, the criticisms, not hitting your victory parade yet, not being recognized, and you continue to work and continue to do what you know is right and continue to make whatever it is you're doing better and more authentically you, then you'll recognize your fears for what they are. You'll be able to address them. You'll be able to put them to bed, so to speak, and you'll be able to eventually overcome them and be more than them. And then you'll have nothing past the 10 is the end, right? The 10 is just actualization of now having that passion in your life, and now you just are caged by this new passion. All right, it has now become a reality. So today you're almost there. You're almost at the end. You've gone through. You're going through the spiritual gate right now. Just don't let your fears trip you up. Okay, don't let them be more or louder than your truth. Today seems like it's a big day because you're intellectually going forward, and a lot of things are happening. And so just don't let your fears get the best of you. Recognize where they come from, and deal with them appropriately. That way you can get rid of them once and for all. Okay? So let's go ahead and do numerology. I was going to say numbers. The numerology came to my head. It's a southern thing, I guess, or maybe it's just a Ben thing. Anyways, we got a 10 and we got a 9. That's 19. 19 and 6 is 25. 25 and a court card is 1. So 25 and 1 is 26. 2 and 6 is 8. 8 is all about power. 8 is all about like the lightning path. 8 is all about wisdom. It's all about it's 2 4s and it's the infinity sign. So we're looking at, if 4 is stability, security, and structure, 8 is all about standing in your own power and being like, yeah, this is me. Like, I know this from the inside and out. I know that I am more than this. And yet I am also this, and I appreciate this, and I love this opportunity, and I take it gracefully. And it just gives you power and it gives you confidence. So today is a day about being confident in ourselves. Today is a day of standing true in our own power, recognizing the infiniteness of who we are and what we are capable of. Today is about understanding our own truth and our own wisdom. So today is a beautiful day. Yes, it may seem hard in some aspects of it, but you're going through a transition, a portal. And this is a beautiful day. Just don't let your fears get a hold of you. Continue to be productive. Continue to experiment and continue to perfect how to become a master at Pentacles. And that's where you need to put your focus today. Everything else will fall in line. All right. So if you like what you heard, hit like, hit subscribe. If you want more content, go to my Instagram feed at Lost Connection Tarot. Go to my Facebook, join the group Lost Connection Tarot. If you would like a private reading, you can find my calendar at my YouTube homepage. At my calendar, just click on it, book now, and then you'll get a list of different readings that I offer, as well as their price. You click on it, you click on the hour and the day that you want to have your private reading and what time, and then boom, Zoom reading, here it is. And I will give you a reading. Simple as that. All right, so this is your daily reading for Thursday, October 8th. My name is Benjamin Snavely. This is Lost Connection Tarot. Have a great day. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.